And there's another bullshit word which is going to hurt a lot of you, love. Now let me tell you what's the matter with it. Is there anybody here that's perfectly satisfied with everything you've ever done? Of course not. So sometimes you like yourself, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you like yourself very much. Sometimes you dislike yourself. So when you get married, it's the same thing. Sometimes you love your husband and wife very much. Sometimes a little less. Sometimes not at all. You blow them out. So love is a fluctuating thing. It's not a fixed thing. Do you understand that? Okay. The college that wants to go, that would improve all nations. But if you don't have the money to go to college, you become second rate. So we say in the future everyone will be given the best opportunity so that we can bring out the best in every human being. Not. And if you grade children, you got a C, you got a D, you make jealousy and envy. People say to me, excuse me, I know two people from the same environment. One turned out to be a priest, the other a gangster. If environment is everything, how do you get those differences? You get those differences by playing with the youngest child, 4 years old, while the 7-year-old's this. You can't play with one kid. This is my youngest kid. You must take the older kid, put him on your lap, and the younger kid and say, this is your baby brother. Never say to a girl, why can't you be like your sister? She puts everything in her place. You leave everything all over the place. I have to pick up after you. Then the sister becomes jealous. That's where jealousy comes from. It comes from poor manipulation of the variables. In human behavior, if you give one child or treat one child as your favorite, you hurt the other children. If you grade children in school, you hurt the other kids. I got an A, what did you get? F, failure, you know. So people have different attitudes. If few nations control most of the Earth's resources, you're going to have trouble. It's got to wind up with territorial disputes. So it's the way we operate to produce the conditions. Just as you make jealousy and envy. If my wife fell in love with somebody else and wanted to leave, normal people say, you're not breaking up the home, you little tramp, you know. The question is, it means you're not meeting her needs. It doesn't mean you're bad. If the husband seeks other women, he may be tit man, leg man, ass man, hair man. Men are brought up with all these different values in this system. If you cover a girl, you're going to create problems. So I went to the South Seas when I was 21, and I lived on the island of Tuamotu for a while. It's a chain of islands near Tahiti, French territory. Everybody on the island was nude, except when men climbed trees. They wore kind of a jockstrap to prevent their balls from being caught in the branches. So everybody walked around nude. And the interesting thing about it is I never saw a native stare at a girl's body, only her eyes. When you talk to a woman, you never say, hey, get a load of that chick. That's what you get in civilization. You cover the girl. If people swam nude when they were this high, you couldn't sell pictures of a nude girl. Do you understand that? It's when you cover them up, you produce that curiosity. No kid in the islands was a peeping Tom, because everybody walked around nude. You couldn't sell a magazine, a girly magazine. You couldn't run a pornographic movie. It would have no meaning. They made love when they were able to, and nobody ever shot an eye. Interesting thing, I got to know the natives so well, I watched them make love. And they stroked the whole female, the top of her head all the way down. They had no fetishes. There were no tit men, leg men, ass men. All that's made by culture. And if you don't use that kind of language around women, you can't become equal to one another. So you have to tell them how men think. That isn't how they think. That's how they're brought up. When guys poke each other, hey, get a load of that chick, you know. That is learned in the culture. In the islands, they never did that. It's like you stroking a dog. You stroke the whole dog. You don't stop at the balls. You stroke the whole dog. Understand?